Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this meeting. So this is William from Sundray, the sales manager. Uh, because the virus, I think everyone is working at home. It's very hard, but thanks for still support Sundray. This is the last day of the training, and today I will introduce Sundray's feature and Sundray's product. And when we do a project, how can we Sundray to give support? Yes, now I will start. Yeah, Sundray is a subsidiary of Thankful, as we know that we founded in 2014. At that time, we have 42 people, but now we have more than 1,000. Now we have a branch in overseas and have the distributor and the partner in more than 14 countries around the world. So from this side, Sundray is still a global company. And right now, we give more than 70,000 customers right now in different industries. Sundray has 3 product lines. The first product is Sundray's Wi-Fi, include controller and access point. The second product line is the Sundray's smart switch. Yes, include the cooler switch, distribution switch, and access switch. The third product line is IoT. For Sundray, we have 2 mature solutions for IoT right now, and we will push to global market in this year. Include 2 parts. One is education, smart campus, and the second one is IoT data center. We will give an IoT system for the data center to make sure that the data center security. Here is some reference for Sundray in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines. This 3 market is Sundray's first 3 market, 3 country to make branch. And here is some background reference we put in here to show for you. For different industries, we all have a reference. Yes, and because Sundray products feature and our price can battle with any brand. Yes. Here is our X point. Sundray's X point include indoor X point, outdoor X point, and scenario X point, and in-wall X point. Here is the indoor X point. As we know that Sundray's best selling for indoor X point is S500 Pro. This model can support 11 AC with 2. For this model, always can support the small or medium scenarios, just like for meeting room, for classroom, or for hotels hall lobby, just like this. Compare with Wi-Fi 6, 11AX. 11AC with 2 price is more lower than Wi-Fi 6. So for most customer who have a low budget but want a more fast speed, I think S500 Pro is still the first choice for them. Especially right now, most laptop and smartphone cannot support Wi-Fi 6. But actually, as we know that in the future, 11X will be the next generation X point. But right now, we can still push S500 Pro to our customer. And for other scenarios, maybe for big meeting room or just like for big lobby, I think we have more higher level can give them to choose. Here is outdoor X point. For Sundray's outdoor point, X point is the best selling in China right now. Why? Because our signal is very strong. Yes, and even have no problem in China. Yes. Next is the in-wall access point. For in-wall access point, we always support put in the meeting room or put in the classroom. We put one in-wall AP in every room to give us good signal. Because in meeting room and in classroom, maybe user need a very stable Wi-Fi signal. So we put in-wall AP in each room to provide signal. The last is scenario access point. We have a 3 type scenario access point. The first is H550. This always provide to medical customer. This access point have 8 antenna. One antenna can provide a signal to one room. Yes. So when a doctor do the check of every patient, he will not offline. Can use the iPad in every room and without lose package. Second one is S410V. This is this model always suit for the customer who want to provide signal in bus or in taxi. Yes, we put SIM card inside and give a strong signal for user. The last one is the Soho. The Soho AP always suit for those enterprise, small enterprise, which already have several little room, but customer don't want a lot of access point, so we provide this model. This is our controller. As we know that Sundray feature is always in controller. So for Sundray's controller, we have several models for customer to choose. We have gigabit controller and 10 gigabit controller and software controller. Here is some controller model. We can find here in overseas, the best selling is the basic selling one is the basic model is at 210i. For this model, can manage the access point in tunnel mode for 72 access point, 72 unit. And for bridge mode, we can manage 600 unit. So maybe for a company in one building, they don't need tunnel mode, they only need bridge mode. So we all can support 600. For most customer is enough. So this is the best selling one. And for other models, we have a more high level model for customer to choose. Different model can support different user and can manage different access point. By this way, not only medium project, but also very big project we also can support. Okay, here is some feature of Sundray. I want to show this feature, and then I will give some example and give some scenario to show that how can we push Sundray inside and how can we introduce Sundray to our customer and persuade them to use Sundray. Yes, the first one is the building captive portal. For Sundray's building captive portal, we have 3 types to make this one. The first is we can make 5 pictures before user authenticate. So we can make maybe advertisement inside, or we can put information inside. For some government industry, they want to put information in there. For example, they want to their citizen know what they do. For example, maybe they give money to poor student, so they want give this information to all the citizens. So they put this one in captive portal. And for the mall and for the hotel, they want to show what kind of products or what kind of services they have. They will put the advertisement in the captive portal. The second way is that we can put a short video in here, and we can set the time. Maybe user must read all the captive portal and then can authenticate. The third way is that now we can put several questions inside. For example, maybe for customer's name and the customer's phone number, For this way, we can use captive portal to collect information. This is captive portal. The second one is building VPN. For Sundray, we have two VPN. The first is the IPsec VPN, and the second is AP VPN. As we know that IPsec VPN, because Sundray have IPsec VPN, if other brands Xpoint or other brands device have IPsec VPN, Sundray can make connection. Sundray's device can make connection with other device with IPsec VPN. And another way is the AP VPN. As I know that AP VPN now only Sundray have. So what is AP VPN? AP VPN means if user connect the internet in the branch, the information can transmit to headquarters controller directly through the AP VPN, so that we can make a stable and safety way to transmit data. Yes. So for this, by this way, it's easy to collect the information and can make sure that the data security. The third one is building network access control. Actually, for this feature, Sundray is a very powerful feature, and I think others products without the third party's device can support this one. Because Sundray have a URL database, and Sundray URL database is the biggest one in China. So for this feature, based on the URL database, we can support to manage application management. For example, in several scenarios and for several industries, maybe for school, for government, for enterprise. In school, teachers don't want their students play game, watch a movie, shopping in class time. But actually, as we know that in university, it's very free for students. It's hard to manage the student behavior. So we can use the feature. We can block the shopping application or movie application and the game application by this feature. We block it in class time, and after class time, we can open it. So by this way to achieve the access control. And for the enterprise, maybe I think all the boss don't want their staff do other things in working time. So with this feature, we can block other applications to make sure the efficiency of the working time. The fourth one is building anti-phishing. This feature is very suitable for government and financial customer. Why? Because financial customer and the government, they have a lot of money, and they just want to give the best service to their customer and to their citizen. So with this feature, we can protect the public area's network security. Because in public area, they are not only have our Wi-Fi, but also have other people's SSID. Maybe if they have one or two hackers SSID, I think it's very dangerous for user to use the internet. Maybe they have 3 SSID, Sundray 123, Sundray ABC, Sundray I love you. But Sundray I love you is hackers SSID, but user don't know that. So they will connect to the hackers SSID, maybe lose their money or lose their personal information. It's very dangerous. And if they have any problem, they will blame our customer. So with this feature, Sundray's Xpoint will check the SSID around this area, the public area. And if our Xpoint finds that there have one SSID is not come from Sundray, maybe Sundray I love you, or is not come from Sundray. So Sundray's Xpoint will give a package for user's phone. Tell user's phone that SSID you connected is hacker's SSID. Please cancel. So user's phone will cut off the connection of that SSID. So user can't use Sundray I love you to connect to internet. They will turn to use other SSID, use our SSID. By this way, we can make sure the security of our public Wi-Fi. The fifth one is building basic firewall. So for the basic firewall is our switch combined with our controller. Switch will check all the data transmission around the network. If there have any laptop or any device have some strange data transmission, our switch will show our controller, and our controller will give an order that make a box for the device, for that device, and then cut off the connection, give signal to engineer. By this way, we will prevent the virus from maybe USB disk or from the laptop from outside. Yes. The sixth one is building QoS. For this feature, we have 3 ways to achieve this feature. The first one is we can monitor time, especially maybe for the coffee shop or for restaurant. There have some customer only come to use the Wi-Fi but don't buy anything. I think our customer don't like this, so we can use this feature. Customer need to buy a cup of coffee, and then we will give them an ID and password. They put the ID and the password inside. They can use the internet for 2 hours. And after 2 hours, customer need to buy another cup of coffee and then can continue to use the Wi-Fi. So by this way not only can help our customer to provide the best service, but also can help our customer improve the margin. The second way is that we can manage the bandwidth. For example, for hotel customer, maybe for one hotel, they have a lot of different level room for normal room and VIP room and SVIP room. So for different room, we can give different bandwidths. Maybe for normal guest room, we only give 100 Mbps. But for VIP room, we give 1000 Mbps. The bandwidth is different and the speed is different. Yes, if normal guest room, the guest said, I want to improve the speed of my network. So customer need to pay. You pay to hotel and we will give more bandwidth for your room. Yes, by this way can improve the margin of the customer. The third way is that we can monitor quota. This always suit for the university. As we know that students, if students want to use Wi-Fi, they need to pay for school. And in here, we can check, for example, 100 RMB can buy 1 G quota. So after student use all, student need to buy more quota and then can use the internet. So by this way, to improve the margin. The seventh one is building marketing push. Yes, we have the triple play in here. The first one is our captive portal. Yes, not only the pictures, but also the video. And we can put some questions in there. On the other side, the second step is that when customer authenticate, maybe they will use WhatsApp, Line, or email to have the authentication. After the authentication, we can get the phone number or the email address. So we can give a short message or email push for them. This is the second step. And the third step is that after authenticate, maybe most Wi-Fi is free. After authenticate, you can use the Wi-Fi free. But for Sundray, when customer use the Wi-Fi for half hour or 1 hour, Sundray's controller will push information to them suddenly with a full screen. For example, advertisement push to user's phone, and user need read this page for 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then they can continue use the Wi-Fi. So by this way, triple play can make sure that the efficiency of our information push. The way it one is building user information collection and the big data analysis. As we know that X-Point not only provides signal, X-Point can still collect information. For example, for Sundray's X-Point can collect the information of the user. If user connect to our Wi-Fi, our X-Point can know who he is and where he is and what have he done. With this information, we can make a big data. For example, we can make a heat map of people floor. Yeah, and we can make a display for every hour, every day, every month. And we can make a work path road map, and to know that where our customer go and what kind of plan our customer like. Yes. And with this feature, we can push different information to different customer to improve the efficiency of information push. And on the other side, with this big data display and the big data information, our customer can make better plan for next step according to the data, the big data. The next one is the building audit. For Sundray's controller, we have already built in, and our controller can stock the user log for 90 days. Yes, so it's very suitable for the government or for the financial. Yes, because for those customers who want provide free Wi-Fi. Why? Because if there have any people want to do some illegal things with the public Wi-Fi, without audit, it's hard for us to find who he is. But with this feature, we don't need third party to support. If they have something wrong, we can check the audit feature. We can check the user log to find who is the person. Who is that person do the illegal thing? Yes. This is a feature of Sundray. Sundray's feature is all in one box. So don't need customer to pay the others hardware costs. I think this is our strength. The second part is our switch. For Sundray's switch, we have several strengths. The first is that zero configuration, unified management. Sundray is a zero configuration solution. Is really zero configuration solution. Why? Because especially for those companies who have headquarters and a branch. For this customer in branch, always short of engineer or IT team. So for Sundray's switch, branch only need to connect Sundray's switch into internet. Sundray's switch can connect to the controller automatically. So the IT team can deploy the switch in the headquarters with the platform. And this deploy order only need put inside once, and then can give an order to the controller to deploy all the switch. It's very easy, can reduce the cost and save the time. The second is the support portal and 802.1x authentication. For this one, always suit for the university, for campus. Why? Because for the school, they want to give convenience for teacher. So they will put the one port in each classroom. This is for teacher and want them use the internet convenient. But after the class, they have a lot of people, maybe students, maybe strangers, use this port. It's very dangerous for campus network. So for this feature, Sundray's a wide network and a wireless network can support the authentication. If they want to use ports to connect to the wider network, they still need to do the authentication. So for this one, we can make sure that every ports can connect to the right person. The third one is the ports and the connected terminal status monitoring. This one is a port binding. For this feature, always suitable for the financial department, financial industries, for bank. Why? Because in service room, there have a lot of machine. For example, the service machine or the ATM machine. So this machine all need a port to connect to internet. But maybe the virus, the dangerous is not only come from outside, also can come from inside. So if one staff use the ports of the machine to connect to other device, I think it's very dangerous for the network security. So for this way, based on the MAC ID, Sundray's switch combining with the device for every port. Maybe the first port is binding to my computer. So if the switch will get my MAC ID. If other computer connect to this port, the MAC ID will change. Our switch will cut off the connection of this port and give signal to IT management. So by this way, we can make sure that every ports connect to the right device. Next one is disconnection, multifunction, and failures reporting and recording. For this one, we have data display for this system. For this system, we can collect all the information, maybe package rate like this. We will make a display. So if boss said, oh, give me the, I want to know that what about our network, give me a report. So for this time, our IT team don't need check the switch one by one. By this data display, we can get all the information. And according to this information, we can make a report. The first one is visible traffic security and terminal security. This feature is binding with the controller's fifth feature, basic firewall. These two features combined can support that switch and controller make sure the local network. We will make a box, and with the box, we can make sure that every device is safety. The fifth one is the switch license is free. So different with other products, Sundray switch, the features always free. So if customer buy Sundray switch, they can use all the features without buying any license. This is Sundray's all-in-one W-line solution. All the features in one box. So here is some scenarios can use for Sundray's Wi-Fi. The first is for school, education industries, for campus Wi-Fi system, dormitory Wi-Fi system, office building Wi-Fi system, library Wi-Fi system, outdoor Wi-Fi system, and IoT classroom. So if we push Wi-Fi and switch inside to customer right now, and then when the IoT solution come to oversee, we can continue to push the IoT solution to our customer together. So with this way, we can improve the space of the merging. This is the government. For government industries, Sundray's Wi-Fi is very useful. Why? Because the government always focus on the security. Yes. So for government buildings Wi-Fi and the public service buildings Wi-Fi and the scientific research buildings Wi-Fi, this kind of scenarios all can use Sundray's Wi-Fi and can use our security, especially our security features to push inside. And for public area, for example, the public library, exhibition center, stadium, a museum, and a culture center. This kind of a scenario, we all can use Sundray's Wi-Fi. And if we have any competitor in the project, we can have a battle test. Yes, Sundray product with other product, we can have a test. We will check which features is better. For medical institution, for the medical industries, I think now in China, government pay a lot of money to develop the medical industries, especially after the coronavirus. Now the coronavirus is very serious. So in this addition, so I think most country will give more budget to develop the medical department, not only hospital, but also the medical research center like this one. So for Sundray, our Wi-Fi can push inside for mobile medical, for patient extranet, and for mobile care and the smart health care and the medical examination. For this kind of service, Sundray all can give support. So I think this is a way, and this is the good time to push Sundray into these kind of industries. The business scenario for shopping mall and for chain store, for auto 4S shop, and for specialty store. For this kind of, we have the reference of this kind of customer, and we will show some later. Sundray's access point can roam in both layer 2 and layer 3 in different branches. For example, if our customer authenticate in the headquarters, if our customer to go out to our branch to do the business, he don't need authenticate again, because our controller already sent the information to the user's information to the branch. So all you need authenticate once. It's very convenient and stable. This is the bandwidth control, because in enterprise, for company, every company have a main business. Maybe for one company, the main business is email. So use this feature, we can give 80% bandwidth for email business and only give 20% bandwidth for other business. So with this way, we can make sure the bandwidth and the speed of the main business, the email business. But maybe for some company's boss said, I want to be kind for my staff. Maybe for lunchtime, for dinner time, for rest time. I don't want only give a limited for give more bandwidth for business. I want to give more bandwidth for them to play. Yes, so we can achieve this. Depending on time, for lunchtime, for dinner time, we give more bandwidth. And after the lunchtime, people go back to work, we make it back. And then after the dinner time, everyone rest, we give them more bandwidth. Yes, by this way, we can give more bandwidth for our, more space for our staff to use the network. Next one is disaster recovery for controller. This is always used for a big company. For example, in China, we have one of the biggest customer, Family Mart. In China, Family Mart's 1,500 branches all use Sundray's Wi-Fi. So they use this solution. They put one high-level controller in their Shanghai headquarters and put one controller in their Beijing data center. And with these two controllers, one is active and one is standby. Yes, if one controller crashes down, another one will, instead of the broken controller and support the business. This is the AP disaster recovery. For Sundray's AP disaster recovery, we can support PSK authentication. Because as we know that right now, if the controller crashed down, the traditional access point will free the Wi-Fi system. Don't need to authenticate. You can use the network directly. Don't need to authenticate, just free. So I think it's very dangerous because if they have any problem of a controller, the Wi-Fi can't manage and the network security can't make sure. So for this way, Sundray's access point, if the controller broke down, Sundray's access point can support PSK authentication. Need password and ID inside. Put password and ID and password inside to do the authenticate. As we know, PSK is a very simple authentication. So, but with this authentication, we can give a short of time to help our IT team to restart the controller. This is the app and the field caching. For this feature, it's very suitable for the warehouse and for factory, right? Because they have a lot of people to work in there, but their job is very simple. So if they have some application need to download, a lot of people will download together. So it will use a lot of bandwidth at the same time. Maybe will have an effect for the business. So for this feature, if one people download the application, Sundray's controller and Sundray's access point can stock the application information into access point or on the controller. So if other people want to download the same application, they can download directly from the local network. More security. As we introduced, Sundray's more security include 5 points. The first one is anti-phishing Wi-Fi. Second is virus authentication. The third is network access control, basic firewall and VPN. Here is some security, some authentication methods. From here, we can find that for different people, we can give them different authentication. Maybe for staff, we can use a PSK portal or 802.1x authentication. And for guests, we can give them a QR code, Facebook, application, Line, WeChat authentication. With this different kind of authentication, we can collect different information for our customer. This is our URL database. Sundray URL database will update twice 1 month. So if customer said, I want the best URL database and I want the best network behavior control, we can use Sundray inside. Because for Sundray's network access control can help our customer to improve the efficiency and help them improve to get more margin. This is a VPN, IPsec VPN and AP VPN. More value-added Wi-Fi. This is our triple play. We can say the capital portal first, and then short message and email second, and the full screen information push the third. For these 3 steps, we can give more get more effects for the information push. Here is an example for the Facebook authentication. From here, we can find that we can collect the user ID, username, MAC ID, email, gender, age, and the time created. With this feature, with this information, we can make big data. This is a heat map. For this one, we can know where have a lot of people and where haven't. If this can give a reference for customer. Maybe customer find, oh, here have a lot of people. We can get more renting here. Here only have a little people. Need to push here harder. Yes. And for this display, people don't need authenticate to our network. People only need open their Wi-Fi button in their mobile phone. Only need open that button. Don't need connect to our network. We can get the information of this. Because if they open the button, their mobile phone will give signal to our X point. Our X point will know, oh, here have one people, but who he is, need he do the authenticate. But we know here have one people. This is a people floor display. For this one, we can know that maybe for a mall, for this display, we can know how many people is a new guest, and how many people is an old guest, and how many people is a VIP guest. For this way, we all can get the information in here, can help us to make a report. This is the people floor of according to the time. Here is a user profiling. The user profiling can show the top day, top hour, and the application classification. With this feature, with these features, we can know the people floor in every day, every time. Yes, what kind of device they use, and how long they have stay, and or what kind of applications they use. We all can get the information here. This is a single user profiling. For this one, we can get the information of every user. According to this information, we can give a different information push for different customer, different user. Maybe some customer like famous plan, so we can push some famous plan. Maybe some customer like go to restaurant, yeah, so we can push some famous restaurant in the mall or around the hotel like this. This is the work path. With this feature, we can know that where our customer go. For example, our customer only go to the famous brand store, specialty store. So yes, so we can check that all these people like the famous brand. So maybe we can push famous brand information for them. Yes, and one customer only like go to McDonald's or KFC. We can know all these people like fast food. So with this one, I think we can push some fast food information for them. Yes, with this one. For Sunday's license, the license is lifetime. So maybe someone will have a question, why the application license is 1 year? Because Sunday's URL database will update twice 1 month. So if customer said, this year I want to buy the application license, next year I don't want. So can I use this feature? The answer is can. But the difference is that the customer only can use the old URL database. They can't use the new one, can't upgrade the URL database, but can still use this feature. So all the license is lifetime. This is Sundray's new model, X series. For this kind of model, the price will become lower than normal model. So suit for the SMB customer and reduce the cost, can get more market of a project. For example, for Sundray's X series X point will be lower than normal model. So by this way, we can compare with the lower plan, maybe for ubiquity, maybe for engineers, just like this plan, we can get help us to get more project. This is Sundray Wi-Fi 6. As we know that Sundray Wi-Fi 6 is Wi-Fi 6 is from 2019, and from that time, the Wi-Fi 6 will become the next generation Wi-Fi, and all the Wi-Fi will be replaced to Wi-Fi 6. So for Sundray, we still push Wi-Fi 6 to our market, include indoor X point, outdoor X point, in-wall X point, and scenario X point can support 11AX. And now we will give some new policy for our partner and for our customer in order to upgrade the existing W line to the latest Wi-Fi 6, so that everyone can join the latest Wi-Fi technology, which support faster speed. So we will give us 3 policy for our customer to push our customer to Sundray's Wi-Fi. As for the all existing project, replace or upgrade old Wi-Fi equipment to Sundray's Wi-Fi 6 series, AP management license will be totally free. Yes, it means how many units customer buy, the license all will be free. The second one is that buy one, get one free for Sundray Wi-Fi 6 series hardware warranty, software upgrade. It means customer pay 1 year's money can enjoy the 3 years warranty. So this policy applies to all customers who want to upgrade to Sundray's Wi-Fi 6. Not only our old customer, but also our new customer, if they want to use Sundray, all can use this policy. And the time is before September 30 in this year. I think this policy can help our partner to push Wi-Fi 6 to our customer, because some of customers who have enough budget or want the best technology are already prepared for the Wi-Fi 6. Next one is Sundray's smart switch. So right now, for the new generation, they have given more challenge for network security. So for Sundray's device, we can support mobile office. So right now, mobile office become more popular in enterprise, because use a mobile office can improve the efficiency of work. Maybe even not stay at office, they can still work up. Next one is prepare for IoT. Yes, because right now, more people want to manage their device remotely. Maybe I want to manage the device in my office, stay at home. Yes, so for the security of the defense, more than 80% of the security incidents occurred on the intranet. So by this way, I think we need to focus more on the intranet security. Yes, because we buy a very expensive firewall and we buy a lot of security device. But if the virus is come from the intranet, I think it's hard for our team to check and to block and to make the troubleshooting. Sunday smart switch have 3 levels: core switch, distributor switch, and access switch. This is some models of switch. This is Sundray's intelligent network architecture. For this one, internet, and use Thankful's firewall, and with a core switch, distributor switch, and access switch, can connect to the wireless network, Wi-Fi, and a wide network, a switch, and IoT. These three networks can management by the same platform, all can managed by our controller. Don't need by the third party device to manage. Yes, for this one, for education, government, enterprise, medical, financial, outdoor, we all can use our switch to give the service for the internet to the network system. More visible and more secure. This two is our stress point. So we will show it one by one. Sundray is a vSecure switch. The valuable point is easy deployment, unified device management, unified delivery strategy, and automatic deployment. The second one is easy management, monitor the network status and discover network problems in advance to prevent further problems. The third one is network security, deep level visualization, real-time monitoring of the street, 20 location and block streets. The fourth is business innovation, promote enterprise IT business innovation and realize business value. More visible. Sundray switch will give customer more valuable performance. The first is easy deployment. With the platform, we can achieve the zero configuration deploy. Yes, what is the difference? Real zero configuration solution is device can connect to the platform automatically, achieve real online automatically. But maybe for others solution, each switch need import into the server, complicated to the configure manually. And the next is the platform batch release configuration. But for the traditional solution, need to configure switch individually or deliver via field server. This is the difference between Sundray is a zero configuration solution and other solution. This is our platform, unified configuration platform. Can give a remote management. Don't need any order line. Even when people don't know order line, don't know switch, after the training, they can still use our platform to manage the internet. It's very easy. Next one is our traceback historical failure. For this feature, always used for enterprise because in enterprise, every people, the working time is different. Maybe IT team already go back home, but the sales department is still working. So if for this, maybe for midnight, the sales, the computer can't connect to internet, but IT team already go back home. So the next day, if IT team want to check what's wrong with your computer in yesterday, they can use this feature to check that what's the problem at last night. Here is the switch port status display. As we know that the blue one is online and the black one is offline. But we can find that beside the blue one, they have several color, pink, blue, purple, yellow. For this color, this means we divide the different ports to different group. Maybe pink one is for financial department. The blue one is for products department. And the pink one, the purple one is for sales department. For different department, we give them different group to manage, give them different rights to get information. By this way, we can achieve easy management. Here is a network device running status display. For this one, we can know what have they done when they use the internet. For example, William, I use Wi-Fi for 5 hours, but 4 hours I play computer game. So I think if we have this feature, our IT team find, oh, William play 4 hours computer game, I will give this report for management, will fire you. Yes, so I think this feature is very useful. So for this one, this is our network quality display. For this feature is useful for IT team. But according to this kind of information, it's easy for our IT team to make the report. Our switch will have several choice. We can choose what kind of information we need. After we click the choice, and then our platform can give the information we want. According to the information, we can make the report. So for the Sundray's Wi-Fi, wired network, and IoT network, triple play, all in one, all in the same unified platform. In this platform, we can manage a Sundray network without other hardware. Second, more secure. The first one is port spanning. For this feature, as we introduced, that every ports combining with one device. If the device was changed, they will cut off the connection. Yes, especially for university or for very big company, they have a lot of people. Maybe when people want use the port to connect to their own router to get the signal, I think it's very dangerous for the network. Maybe it will crash down. This is network maintenance. For this way, we can give different people different rights. We divide different people for different group and give different group different rights to make sure easy management and very safety. From this statistics, we can get that how many devices online and how many is offline. And in here, and what kind of device it is laptop, is camera, is AP, like this one. This is our virus network security visibility. Yes, our switch will check all the device in the local network. If they have any strange data transmission, our switch will cut off the connection of the device. So in here, a Sundray switch can be used in different scenarios. We can check in here. For data center, we can combine with HCI. So in here, I want to introduce that how can Sundray combine with HCI? The first point is, if customer already have HCI, but they use other blends controller and other blends X point. So, and now customer want to change the Wi-Fi system. It's a very good chance for Sundray. But the customer said, I don't want buy the new controller because my controller is high level. I don't want to change to Sundray. So if customer already have HCI, we can put a software controller in customer's HCI and only sell switch and X point for them, or only sell X point for them. The software controller in HCI can manage the X point directly. Don't need the hardware controller. By this way, can reduce the cost of our customer and can persuade our customer to use the same to use Sundray. because Sundray and Thankful is the same company. So if two devices combined together will become more safety. Yes. Another way that for compass and for PoE switch for W line and the CCTV, access switch for PC and VDI. So here I want to share some classic case for in here for reference. So first is a Family Mart, China worldwide, in nationwide. In China, we Family Mart have more than 1,500 branches. So all the features are used Sundray's Wi-Fi, Sundray's Wi-Fi system. So how can they manage it? They put every branch a basic controller and use the basic controller to manage the access point. But they put two high-level controller in their headquarters and data center. So if they have any problem, for example, before they change to Sundray, they have one problem with Family Mart. Yes, this is a big accident because they used another plan before. And at that time, they have an AP VPN and the AP disaster and controller disaster. So at that time, one controller will broke down. So the food information and the product information can't transmit to the headquarters. But headquarters need collect all the information and to check which kind of food need to renew. Yes, so because the branch controller was broke down, so this branch, the food was out of time. So after this accident, they use Sundray's Wi-Fi. If branch's controller was broke down, headquarters controller can manage the access point directly. Yeah, the AP information can transmit to headquarters controller directly. Yeah, without the branch's controller. By this way, we don't need to worry about that. If branch's controller broke down, there will have something wrong. This is the Environmental Monitoring Center. For this one, this is a Chinese government department. Yes, for this customer, they use HCI and they provide switch to support HCI. This is Philippines reference, Mirage Resort Hotel Clark. For this project, we provide more than 300 AP and more than 50 switch for this hotel. We put the in-wall AP in every room, every guest room, and put S500 Pro in lobby, in swimming pool, and for the restaurant. And we put S500 520 R3 to their meeting room to make sure that they have a stable and good signal to support the meeting. So for this way, this customer use our information push feature and local network security, traffic and device security feature. This is an Indonesia reference, is Yuhamga University. For this reference, we put the network access control inside to help the customer to achieve the behavior management. So this way, we win this project. This is Malaysia East Coast Rail Line case. Now we have three branch in for this customer. We already changed the Wi-Fi system, and we want to put the controller in different branch and achieve the management together, and combine with Thankful's SSO features to fully meet customers' requirement. Here is some information I want to share. is when we do the project, what can Sundray provide, and what need our partner to support to Sundray. I think this one maybe can help us to get more project. I divide the project to 5 points. The first is the competitor, budget. Second is budget, requirement, schedule, and relationship. I think the most important is requirement, right? So we need to get the exact requirement so that we can make the suitable solution. So with here, in here, we need our partners' support. We need to get the details of the requirement so that our PM will give a suitable solution for customer and make the reference for customer to try to ask customer give us a chance to do the POC, to do the next step. Yes, and for the competitor, as we know that Sundray, the best strength is that we can change the price according to the project. For example, maybe customer said, I want the Rakas, but my budget is not enough. So we know that our competitor is Rakas. So for Sundray, we can make sure that our price will 30% lower than Cisco, Aruba, Rakas. So for project, for the price side, we already win the project. We already win. So the next step is that how can we use the feature to persuade customer so that we can do the POC in next step. Yes. So this is for competitor. In here, we need to know that who is the competitor and what is the price of competitor. For here, maybe our partners can discuss with us that we can change the price of Sundray and use the best price to win the project to make sure our partners margin and make sure the suitable price. The third one I think is the budget. Yes, the budget. Normally for the project, we don't know, customer don't know how many budget they need. So for this kind of customer, we can ask them for the target price, because for a different customer, if they haven't a budget plan, they will have the target price. If we get the target price, we can know which price we can give and can we do this project or not. If our device is 100, but customer, the budget is only 20, I think it's hard for us to win this project. Yes. And the fourth one is the schedule. For the schedule, can help Sundray and our partners to make the process together. We can make the plan for different time. Maybe this project customer already on plan, or this project customer already prepared to buy. In different step, we can make different plan to make sure we can win the project. The largest one and the most important one is the relationship. I think the relationship is not only between our partner or our customer, yes, but also principal need to give more support to our partner. And on the other side, the relationship is not that principal. If principal connect to the customer, the partner will become a third party of this project. I think it's not that like that. I think in here, customer, partner, and principal need to work together, especially when we give the POC and when we give the presentation to persuade customer to use our products. We need to do it together. But not only if this project is not big enough, we will not give support. We will not. For Sundray, if they have any project, big or small, you all can ask for our support. We will support all the time. So for this 5 points, I think if we do it together, I think we can we more project in international market. So because right now, because of virus, a lot of country already blocked, and a lot of project was delayed right now, which we can go through this time as soon as possible. And please take care of your health. Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. And for this time, Sandra's training section is all finished. So if there have any problem, any questions, you can contact to our sales team and the technical team. We will give fully support in this time. Thank you very much. Thank you to support Sundray. And for the examination and for our incentive price, later we will give the website and for the exam. After the exam, we will choose the top 3 to give the incentive prize. Thank you for your listening. The meeting is finished. If you have some other things need to do, you can do it by yourself. Thank you very much.